Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you're new here, my name is Nishitha. I would love for you guys to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. In today's video, we are going to test out a new concealer from Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. It's called her Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer. This concealer comes in 50 different shades. If it's like too overwhelming for you to choose your shade in this concealer range, just follow your foundation. I think they match them in a way that the concealer is a shade lighter than the actual foundation, so that it's easy for you guys to match your shade. I'm going to leave details of my shade in the description box down below if that makes it easier for you guys. But for today to review, I went to the store and I swatched these concealer to get my perfect shade. So I have the shade 310 and 330. 330 is same as my skin tone, so I'm going to use this very close to my eyes. And 310 is few shades lighter than my skin tone, so I'm going to use this mainly to highlight my skin. This is how I usually use my concealers, and this is how I usually test them. So yeah, I got the shades 310 and 330 if you're here for the reference. So I'm going to swatch these two shades for you guys before we jump into the application process. So this is the shade 310 and this is the shade 330. So I can get away with using just the shade 310. As you can see, I don't have extreme dark circles, so it's not gonna turn ashy on me or anything like that. But if you're closer to my skin tone and if you have dark circles, then I would say go with the shade 330. Now I'm gonna pull you guys in closer and start off with the application process. So we're all zoomed in. First I'm gonna go in with the shade 310 and on top I'm gonna apply the shade 330. So this concealer claims to be a creamy, long-wear, crease-proof liquid concealer with light as air, medium to full coverage that brightens underneath eyes, and you can also use this to conceal blemishes and redness. So I'm going to take my mini beauty blender and blend out this foundation. So far it's looking really good. It is not creasing on me. It doesn't feel heavy underneath the eyes at all. And the finish of this foundation, like they said, it's definitely creamy. This reminds me a lot of the NARS Radiant Creamy Finish Concealer. But this one, finish-wise, it definitely has that moussey consistency. Like it's not liquidy and it's not very thick as Tarte Shape Tape. It's definitely in between. It blends out beautifully. It feels very lightweight as well. So far, I really like the coverage it's providing me, and I really like how this makes my under eyes look like they feel really fresh and awakened. I'm going to add a little bit more of 310 and brighten up even more, and that way we can also see how this concealer layers. So I'm just going to add a little bit here. So it layered pretty well. It's not, looking heavy or caking up underneath my eyes yet, and it doesn't feel heavy. It's not drying underneath my eyes at all. If anything, it is actually a little bit more hydrating underneath the eyes. So it is tacky to the touch. So you definitely want to make sure that you set this concealer down. Otherwise, it might move around or it might crease. So for today, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury powder and set this concealer in place so it doesn't crease on me throughout the day. So now I'm going to continue to do the wear test, apply this concealer for the rest of my day. When I get back, I'm going to do more close-ups and we'll see how this performs. So yeah, I'll see you all in about, 6 to 7 hours. I'm here. So guys, I'm back and it's been a total of 7 hours since I've had this concealer on. I applied this around 11 o'clock in the morning and now it's 7 in the evening. And this is not the first time that I've tried this concealer. This is the first time I applied this on top of a foundation, but for the past 3 to 4 days I've been wearing this on its own every day to work just to see how it performed, so that I can have more insight as to how this concealer works. Let me start off with the pros. Let me start off by saying that I really like this concealer. Like, the formula of this is amazing. So let's start off with the pros. It's very easy to blend. It gives you a really good amount of coverage. It's not going to be as high as Tarte Shape Tape, but it does provide you with a really good amount of coverage. And the third pro is that obviously the shade range. 50 shades in a concealer, come on. Oh man, she's amazing. And it's just like she's setting standards for every brand out there, which is very commendable. I really appreciate what she's doing. So the shade range is perfect. And the fact that she added 10 more shades with her existing 40 shades of foundation it's very great. I really like her for doing this. And the thing that I really liked about this concealer is that it kind of gives this blurring effect underneath your eyes. Like, it makes everything look very smooth, if that makes sense. Just like the name says, it's a photo filter concealer. I feel like it does that. It kind of like, smoothens everything out underneath your eyes. For the past 3 days, whenever I wore it to work, it never creased on me. It hasn't caked up on me. It hasn't gathered anywhere. It didn't look weird anywhere. I mean, I would wear it like 9 in the morning. Probably I would take it off like around 6, and it would still stay on at the end of the day. Like, it was still giving me coverage. It was still brightening underneath my eyes, just like today. And it does settle into your fine lines. There is no such concealer out there that's not going to settle into your lines. If you have lines underneath there, no matter what product you use, no matter what concealer you use, it is going to settle into those lines. You just have to, make sure and find those products that's not going to settle very badly and exaggerate the lines you have. This doesn't do that. Like, it does settle into my lines, but that's natural with no matter what kind of concealer I use. Unless you're very young or you have fillers underneath your eyes, that's just, the fact of life. It is going to settle into your lines. But once you set it, it's not going to crease, it's not going to move around. So the only one con, which is kind of like a deal breaker for me, is that this concealer is definitely breaking me out. And I can tell that with confidence because for the past 4 to 5 days, I haven't used any new product other than this one. I made sure to just, use this. So I'm not seeing any breakouts underneath my eyes, obviously. Like, you don't have any pores there, so you're not going to see any breakouts there. But whenever I would blend out the concealer to this area where my pores start, I would see some inflammation there. Like, I think you can see right now, this inflammation is caused by this concealer. This is the culprit because I made sure that I didn't use this concealer with any other new product. So keep that in mind. If you have sensitive skin like I do, you might want to watch out. Like, only try this concealer when you're trying it. Don't mix in with any other new products. So that way you can isolate better. Like, if this product is, breaking you out. This concealer definitely has a scent to it. It is actually strong. Yeah. So the scent of this and the fact that it is breaking me out is kind of like a deal breaker for me. But I still wanted to do this review for you guys because, this concealer has amazing shade range, and it's highly probable that you can find a shade that matches you perfectly when, there are 50 shades with a wide range of undertones. But I still wanted to give you guys like all the information I could, all the observations that I made in the process of testing this concealer out, so you can make an informed decision about this. So that's the end of this review. I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below what are your thoughts, if you're going to try this out or not. What do you think about the shade range? Let me know. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.